I honestly don't even know where to begin because look at these bags. I'm tired. Um, I probably got up early, maybe like 8, and I just lied there until 10:30ish, 11, and I'm just now ordering food and it's 1 o'clock. And I think it just finally hit me like what I just went through. I'm grateful that my sister lives in a beautiful place. I'm grateful to even have family to be there for me whenever I am in the process of still discovering myself. And honestly, I've just seen how impactful my family has been on this whole journey since 2024 when I graduated, and I wasn't as independent as I thought I would be. And it was kind of confusing because I have always been an independent person. I've always had my own place. I've always had my own car. I've been an independent person for as long as I can remember, mostly because I feel like I had to. And in this season of my life, I can't do it by myself. And I'm realizing just how much of a burden that was. Although I am grateful to have had the means to be so independent, I don't have to do everything on my own now. But I have to get myself together. I got to get my life together. And I honestly thought that I had my life together. What's that quote? Everybody has a plan until life punches you in the face or something like this. That's what it feels like. Yeah. I don't think I've ever felt this vulnerable either. Like that's what's so crazy about it. It's like when you've always been the strong person, when you've always been the one with the plan, and then you get to a certain point of your journey where you just don't. Like I have a vision. The vision never changes, and it never has changed. But the plan on how to get to that vision has changed so many times. And I've even tried changing the vision, but it just remains. And I know that until I'm living in the frequency of my vision, I won't feel fulfilled. I won't feel fulfilled unless I'm doing the work that I was created to do. And I can't sugarcoat that anymore. So I'm grateful that life finally beat me into submission. It's like freaking do what's in your heart, what has always been in your heart, and that's create, that's make art, that's collaborate and use your not just your intuition but also your intellect to build and to build with people and to build in community. You don't have to do everything on your own. And I think before I was so focused, hyper focused really on doing it all by myself. It's so crazy. It was so quiet out here and then I pressed record and then it started going crazy. Yeah. I can't believe I sold 2 paintings within a week. I'm so grateful for that because it was so easy to do. I don't think I've ever made money that easily before. I think it was just easy because I love doing it and it's something that I do naturally. Like it's not forced. And maybe that's why it felt so easy. Not because it didn't take a lot of time and intention, because it did, but it wasn't taking anything from me. In fact, it was the process itself was allowing me to pour into myself because this move has taken so much out of me. I have so many misread emails, so many or unread messages and unread emails. I have so many tasks for the projects that I'm working on that are just piling up, and I almost went to the cafe today and I stared at it for a while, but everything in me was like, I can't even focus after this move. Like for the past week and a half, I've been waking up at like 7:30, 8 o'clock, moving stuff. And moving in and of itself is already stressful. No matter how strong you are, moving is a lot. And having to do that by yourself, my whole body is sore and I'm tired. But I'm also relieved. Like, I can't express the joy I have because I'm too tired. But I'm so happy. It's like when you finally leave an abusive relationship and you realize that you gave yourself better because you deserved it. But it still takes some time to really process what you've lived through and to feel safe again in your body. Like, even though you know you're not in that environment anymore, it still takes time for you to adjust to not being there. It takes time for your nervous system to adjust to not bracing every day. So yeah, um, I make these videos for my personal diaries just to see where I am. And I can't believe I would post a video looking as rough as I look now. But I don't know. I've been experimenting with more raw, organic content lately. And that type of content has actually been going the furthest. Like, that type of content has done the best on my pages. So maybe I'll upload this. And I don't know what I'll title it. I don't know. I quit my 9 to 5 and in parentheses put again. Because this is the second time in the past 2 years that I've done this. And I'm really trying. Like, I'm very trying to think of the word. Like, before I make a decision, I think about what I'm going to do. And I take a long time to analyze every step. But you can't overanalyze misalignment. You can't out hustle misalignment. If you're not in a place that's nurturing your soul and in fact it's taking from you, you can't force that to work. I tried. I was literally getting sick all the time. I was in and out of the hospital so much. I've never been in the hospital that much. And if it comes to me sacrificing my health, my mental and physical health over a paycheck, I'm going to take my mental and physical health because I can figure out how to make money in so many different ways. Trust me. Very creative. Very creative. Of course, I would like to be making money in a way that feels good, and selling art and being an author has been ways that I've been making money in ways that feel really good to me. So maybe I should put more attention and intention in working in ways that serve both myself and the collective. And content creation is one of those ways. Like, I'm getting a lot from making videos like this. Because I look back on these and I'm just like, girl, ew, thank God. And then I also I like when people comment and they're like, oh, I went through that, or I'm going through that. I'm going through the same thing as well. Like, that is like my favorite thing to do is to meet people. Like, I met one of my best friends through making YouTube videos. Like, sometimes you just have to put yourself out there in order to really attract the type of people, the type of relationships, the type of projects that you want. And I guess because I'm so used to building in silence and building in isolation, this feels really strange to me because I've done a lot by the age of 29, including getting a doctorate from an Ivy League, including being a TEDx speaker, there's so many things that I've done that could have filled an entire lifetime by the age of 29. But that type of success and that type of momentum came at a very big price. And I'm not willing to pay that price anymore. Maybe I won't be achieving things as big as I did in my 20s. Or maybe I will. I don't know. But I'll have my peace in my 30s. And if it doesn't work like this, maybe in my 40s, I'll go back to the way I was in my 20s if I have the energy. But for right now, I got to try something different because I don't want to send myself to an early grave trying to fit into a mold that was never big enough to hold my essence. And it's scary. And I talk to my sister all the time, and she always says, Crystal, you're so fearless. I'm not fearless. I feel the fear, but I do that shit anyway. Because I always think about the fact that if I don't do it, I'm going to suffer. And I'm going to suffer internally, and no one is going to be able to help me with that suffering because it's internal. I can't go to the doctor for a broken heart, for unfulfilled dreams, when the cause is it's not walking in the purpose that you feel in your heart. So yeah, I got a lot of unpacking to do. Not just physically. I mean, I sold everything again. And the things that I didn't sell are like my personal items, my dad's vinyl, my books, because I'm building a personal library. And when I get to where I'm going, because this is the in-between spot, but when I get to where I'm going to get my stuff shipped to me. And I'm gonna I'm gonna focus on putting down roots because I miss my man. I miss the life that we were building together while traveling the world. I miss everything about being with my significant other, and I miss the laughter that fuels our daily life, and I miss who I am in a different environment. So yeah, I don't know what this video is gonna look like or sound like, but I'm here. I made it. I have a lot of joy because I'm happy because I finally did something for me. And I'm not making this video to get external validation. I don't really care about that as much as I used to when I was younger. I care about being relatable more than being perfect. And even though I would never, like 20-year-old me would never, ever, ever make a video like this or put myself out there, because I was so obsessed with having this image of being perfect. And no matter how perfect I tried to make my life look or seem or appear, it never felt perfect. So now I feel good on the inside. And I feel like it may look a little chaotic on the outside. I just don't care anymore. And that is the beauty and the gift of getting older. So yeah, I quit my job again because uh I don't care how many times I have to start over. I'm going to keep going on the path toward greater fulfillment, toward more abundance, because I'm deserving of that. And I know what type of life I'm capable of living and building for myself and for my family. And I'm not stopping until that happens. And so maybe this is an opportunity for me to get closer to God and to get closer to myself, which same, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just really build that relationship. Because I feel like a lot of people say like, oh, I believe in God, I believe that God is going to be there for me, but they have zero self-belief. And so if you believe in an unseen force and a greater or higher power, how can you believe that that higher power created you but you are deficient in fulfilling your goals and your vision? So I don't know, like I kind of bat my eye a little bit when people claim to be holier than thou, and then they're deeply insecure about who they are and their capabilities, or they don't even try. So again, we have nothing to prove to this world. We have everything to prove to our creator and to ourselves that we are capable. And maybe me doing this journey publicly will help someone else, because I watch other people go for their dreams, like after they will quit their job, and then like, I don't know, the next year they're like making 10 grand, 30 grand a month, living in some penthouse somewhere. Not saying that's the life I want. Exactly. I definitely want to live overseas, and I am living overseas, but I don't know about the whole I don't know, excessive lifestyle. I just want to be able to travel anywhere I want in this world and be able to live happily because I love traveling. So yeah. There's nothing to it but to do it. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.